Well, strong brand positioning is important whatever sector you're in. It's particularly important in the office market and sector because of the sheer amount of competition and especially the rapid expansion at the moment of flexible workspace operators. I think if I go through this model and you can see the axes there of introverts, extroverts, self and others. If we go back in history, I would say where BizSpace is about the sort of sage personality, that's where Regis started off. They were about, their customer base was local solicitors, accountants, traveling salespeople that needed sort of a steady place to go and work, that they knew the costs, and it was very much that if they're in standards, if they went somewhere else, another Regis office, they knew what standards they would get. So that really played into, that control factor there. What was phenomenal and fantastic about the industry, WeWork came in and they positioned themselves the complete opposite. They were about the drive to idealize solutions. They were much more colourful, imaginative, flamboyant and inspiring. That sort of creator persona there. And then what I'm noticing in the industry and how I've developed this model is seeing we have specific providers for workspaces just for the tech industry. So two of them are TechSpace and Runaway East. They've positioned themselves in completely different territories. Runaway East is that lover persona. They're about a sociability and a community seeker. If you notice with their design, they've got swings in their office in Bristol, whether you could have a meeting there. They've got little mini golf courses and their strap lines, we make great teams happier. On the total contrast, you've got very much a driven and a brave dynamic brand of TechSpace. It's all about sort of that self-improvement seeker. And there with their strapline, home of scalable business. Their locations all around tech hubs in London, but also now expansions in Berlin and Paris, because they really know their target market and where they're expanding and expanding with their target market. I think just to finish off this model, I think we've already spoke about X and Y, but what's really key about them is they're all about purpose. They're about sort of companies for good and B corporations as well. They're innovative, free thinkers, open to new ideas and approaches. But on the contrast, I would say Signal, that's at the bottom there, is much more a caregiver, is a brand that's much more about supporting and nurturing the local community. They're giving sort of support to small local businesses for, like, say, COVID grant applications, and really being that trusted, sort of tapping into that needs. So hopefully you can see how the model works. And the other ones that I'll just quickly say, sort of VWorks that I've touched upon, it's more about that regular, sort of everyday dependable, like a Starbucks. That's where I would sort of position a VWorks there, is the everyman. And then the other contrast is sort of the elitist version, that ruler, the Argyle Club, or it's American Express sort of black card. Think of that as branding there. I think that's more authoritative, powerful, status orientated. So you can start to see how this brand positioning concept can work and how you create really strong brands, because brand positioning essentially is about defining the unique way that you stand out in the market and how you serve your market. And it's really key because that's what people are tapping into now, that if they're going to go to an office place, it has to represent them. It has to be a lifestyle office that they're going to. So I hope that with this sort of model, it's giving you lots of inspiration, food for ideas. And I thank you very much for your time today.